Hello everyone, this is week 3 of our rollerball game. This week we made a lot of minor updates to our game as opposed to major changes, so windscreen is still the same, Frank's school animation is still the same. He did go back and add excuse me, a cool transition where once you press a button and move to a new scene, it starts black, fades away, so I'll go back and demo that again. He did also make the animation for the boat in the background with the player character on it. I went back and changed the help screen to make it a little bit more interesting and concise, so you can see it gives you a description of the colors and each ability associated. It also tells you about the water, the lava, and the potions. Also changed the font so it was a little bit more readable while still keeping the theme. I'll show the quit button at the end. So the chase loop button, of course, starts you up the level. Didn't make too many changes here. Still have the same water animation. Still have the same splash sound. Still have the cool animation Frank had. One of the first few changes was I did go back and make new prefabs. So this one is supposed to look like, you could say, a well or a little water basin. The jump one is supposed to look like a springboard, like one of those ones you can find in a gym. The shrink pad was the hardest to come up with while keeping in theme, so I just went with a generic, not necessarily space age, more like fantasy style tech device. Still shrinking down. Levels still mostly the same. Did go back and adjust some of the doors a bit. I did change this potion to a pad just to incentivize, just to make it a little easier with these doors here. So we'll go across. We'll grab that potion. You cannot go through here unless you actually shrink down. And then for this one, I went back and adjusted the timer from the potions from 10 to 5 seconds because we didn't need the extra time. Same with the grow potion. So these are, just before I forget, it is R to grow and F to shrink. Another minor adjustment, adjusted the angle back here to make it a little easier. I did go back and manually re-angle all of the jump pads just to make it look right, so that this one's facing this way. I did move this section over to the right a little bit so that you can't just jump all the way over. You have to actually use this moving platform down here, which I'll showcase in a sec. And then I went back and Frank suggested to go back and adjust the start point for level 2. So you now start over here. There's a little doorway I built just to make it look nicer. Frank's changed the texture of the lava. He also added a new sound effect when you fall into it. Move this coin over here. Let's see. So far, not too much has changed over there. Oop, that fell in. No worries, we'll try again. Let's go ahead and grab that. Just let it go across. This coin is still a little bit tricky, but it is doable. You just gotta time it right. Jump pad. I made a couple minor changes over here. So first off, of course, new pads. I went ahead and spread these out a little bit farther so that you actually have to use the jump pads to get across. I added this little stop at the end to make it a little easier. I added another pad here to incentivize you actually jumping across with them. Frank suggested I add this wall here so that you couldn't just jump from here to here. You actually have to shrink down. This point in the corner was moved up into this chest with no collision so that it was easier to see. I left the collision off so that you could actually grab it. And then the new feature exclusive to this level are these cool lava levels that Frank came up with. So once you collect, there are 3 in total. This one here and the other one on the right that I'll show you in a sec will pop up and down, and if you get hit by them while you're moving across the rails, you will die and have to restart the level. They are set on a timer. Not a timer. They are set on their own animation so that once you collect 4 coins, they'll pop up and down. Again, I did go back and make it so you could jump on the rails, and then there's actually a third level here that Frank made that you can only it'll only pop once you collect 5 coins, and the reason for that is I added this new section here where there's essentially a broken rail, a little floating island here that's at a 45-degree angle, so it's easy to jump to. Just jump across, grab this coin. I went in and put this wall here so that it was easier to gauge where you need to jump from, and like I said, it's 45 degrees, so it's not too difficult. And then this one will only pop up once you have 5 coins, so if you've collected every coin up to this point, it won't actually come up and down until you grab this point here. It's a little bit interesting. So just wait. Went back and adjusted the door slightly so that it would properly make it shrink down. Wait for it to wear off. There's that other lava bubble I was talking about. That's one of the 4-coin ones. This one's a little bit faster by the looks of it. Then, jump across. Before I show you, I did go back and adjust this slightly. The original intention was to have the door, this be a lava waterfall that pops up. There's some chests inside that look like the final windscreen, which I'll show in a sec, but we didn't have time to do that. Instead, what Frank did is made it so that once you get to the final windscreen, it'll zoom in to show the chests opening up. So let me demo that. And as you can see, we have our time for both levels added up properly. We have the windscreen animation. Each chest has its own light to make the coins glowing. Here are all the credits for the assets we used, and then, of course, another run will actually restart the level. And then the final major change, let me see if I'm missing anything. Oh yeah, so I forgot to mention, for the lava bubble, the idea was that it's unique to the second level, fits in with the sort of indoors cove theme. It kind of gives the player something to be careful about when riding the rails, because in the first level, there's nothing really clear from the rails as long as you've grown properly. Let me see. The transition, as I mentioned, is just to make it a little bit less jarring when you transition between scenes. And most of the other changes we made are just minor adjustments to the level to make it more smooth. And our final change is to make sure that the quit button works. So once you are done with the game, just hit the quit button, and it will end the game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the game. Thank you for watching.